in 10 years.
Oh man, and how many people watch this live? I mean, it's got to be so much different.
Well, I know your wife's watching.
Yeah, I probably she's sleeping.
All right, she's recording it.
Yeah, if I was competing, yeah, maybe, but.
Wake up, Sherry.
Yeah.
We've got a few folks watching around the world. And wherever in the world you are, good morning, good afternoon, good night. We're glad to have you with us here on Archery TV.
Yep, for sure. And there's a lot of diehards. I'm an archery addict myself. I watch a lot of videos, a lot of everything else, and it's cool where we've come.
Chavarria in the gold medal match representing Mexico. Lucia Chavarria from Mexico, who had a 2-point win in the second round, a 2-point quarterfinal victory, and a 4-point win over Evram Salam in the semis. And she will face the United States' Cassidy Cox, 17 years old, ranked 277th in the world. She comes in off a 9-point win in the second round, a 3-point victory in the quarterfinals, and a 1-point win over her 14-year-old teammate Athena Kayopoulos in the semifinals. So there's a good look at Cassidy Cox, who just joined the national team a year ago.
Yep, she's got her dad in her box, so that can add a little pressure, or it can be more calming. That's a coin flip, I would say, in my honest goodness opinion. I
loved my dad now, and I know you love your dad.
Yeah, there's times I would like him in the box, and there's times I wouldn't. Yeah, and I love my dad to death, and that's for sure. But that's
he does love you.
Yeah. Oh, I do. I've had him in my box at World Cup finals. He's been around a lot. And her dad seems to be a pretty mellow guy, which that helps out a ton in that position.
9, just out of 10, ring 1 millimeter out.
And I think this will be a little different match where we've got a gal who's, both of them, this is their first time out here. So.
Chavarria.
She starts off strong.
Muy bien, muy bien. Tranquila, calma. Tomamos el tiempo para respirar.
Cassidy shooting from the left side.
9.
La línea, que es lo importante.
Getting a lay of the land.
Well, that's a frustrating one because you shoot your first one low and put your next one high. And so you're always like, come on, I need to get some middle ground here.
Did you overcompensate?
A lot of times.
Yeah.
9-10 liner, probably 4 out of the line.
And mentally in your mind, you're like, don't shoot it low, don't shoot it low. And your body's like, well, here, I'll help you shoot it high. And like I said, it's so mental. Archery is so mental.
10.
Oh, what a shot.
Yeah.
Drills it.
Yeah. She found the middle ground.
Went high, went low.
Yeah.
Well, got it to go.
9.
And now we got
Could
an
be
error.
tied, or maybe a 1-point difference.
Yeah. As of the asterisks, I've only seen 2 that didn't go to the 10 versus the 9. So.
Staying hydrated here in Ankara, Turkey. Lucia Chavarria of Mexico here in the gold medal match.
Mira.
She looks really relaxed.
Cox, yeah.
Like I said, I've been around her dad a little bit this week, and he's really calm and just relaxed. So it probably helps a lot, you know.
What a great experience for kids this age.
Yeah.
I mean, not just from the athletic standpoint, but the, the educational aspect of this, being able to go around the world and experience a different culture here in Ankara, Turkey.
100%. And I mean, you get to be around
the whole culture.
Yeah, I remember growing up around archery, and I got to meet a lot of the guys that, I've looked up to and seen. And so, to me, as archers, it's really cool to get associated with the kids. These are the future of the sport, and,
These guys are going to be coming after you in a couple of years.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
You got at least another 30, 40 good years in you, don't you?
Definitely. I was glad I went and saw the doctor the other day, and he says you're healthier than you were 8 years ago. So
you
I guess
dropped a ton of weight. You really did. You're looking good.
Oh, thanks. It definitely has been a lot of work. So.
Especially here in Turkey, the food's so good.
Yes.
Oh. 1-point lead. Or actually, they were tied at 28, I should say.
She starts it off with a 10, so.
After they had sorted everything out, it was a 28-28 tie after the first end.
9.
Advantage goes to Cassidy Cox.
Okay?
Yeah.
Cuidamos el final.
A little bit of nerves there.
Date tu tiempo, tranquila.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. 5 seconds on the clock. Can she get the shot off?
No.
Nope, she's not going to get it off, and that is going to be big.
It's okay, just relax.
What happened, Rio?
Relax.
Nerves. Look at her hand shake. It's the arrow doesn't stay on the rest. It's a lack of experience, just like I talked about going out there. You know, she could have laid her rest over a little, her bow over a little bit, and made it fall in, and then tip it up with her finger. There's a lot of things, but
your mind is racing when that happens.
Oh, and all you just keep thinking is I got to get it up to get it off. And now let's see how she comes back.
I've got a lot of respect for Cassidy Cox to be able to come back and shoot a 10 after that.
Yep.
That's heartbreaking.
Oh, hard.
It's devastating.
Beyond devastating. I mean, you've worked how hard to get to where you've got. You know, and now you got a 9-point deficit that's pretty insurmountable. I mean, I've seen stranger things happen, but that is a pretty much you give the match away. I mean, and I feel for her.
And I think everybody who's ever shot can feel for her, because you know that feeling of being under the gun, so to speak. You know, the clock is ticking. You know it is.
Yeah.
You're trying to figure it out, and your mind is just going a million miles an hour trying to figure out, what do I do?
Yep, 100%. Yep. Oh, well, hey, we had the situation in the team event this week. My teammate had a problem with getting an arrow off. We didn't get an arrow off, and it cost us the match, because had he shot an 8, we would have won.
And that's a prime example. We talked about it, alluded to it earlier today. That's why you keep shooting at the end of a match, even though you're down and seemingly out.
Yeah.
You keep shooting because you don't know something like that might happen. You don't wish it on anybody.
No.
But the possibility always exists.
Yep, 100% it exists. You never know. And it's not, I mean, the poor gal shot really good. I mean, she was on a roll of 10s. And a lot of times you get more nervous and things change and how you draw the bow back. And in that aspect, that can change the way it comes across your wrist and all kinds of things.
Good shot.
And now the other part for the gal from Mexico is, like say,
now relaxing.
Shots become a lot easier. A lot easier. Or, you know, can you, like I said, a lot easier. You know, that fear of, you know, and I'll be honest, to be in her situation, yeah, you want to win, but it's not always the way you want to win.
No.
You know, I mean, I had one this year at Neems get away from me, and it was me and PJ Deloche, which have shot against each other a lot, and he turned to me and says, "That's not the way I want to win." You know, and it's
and
not.
he means that.
100%.
I know he does.
I don't like to win that way either.
No.
You know, as much as you want to win.
No great competitor does.
No, not at all. And it just makes for a tough situation.
And I haven't met anybody out here who wants to win that way.
No.
Nobody.
Not at all. No. And like I said, it's as a young person, it's going to be a hard situation for her to kind of go back and settle down and hopefully it doesn't beat her up too bad. Hopefully she's able to bounce back and learn from it, because it will make her a better and a stronger archer.
Sure, you learn from these things.
Yeah.
And I've got to be honest, watching her, I mean, keeping her composure there right now, after having something like that happen, how many of us, if you've had a bad day at the office, and I know I speak to a lot of people, you get in that car, you're driving home, you're pounding on the steering wheel, and she's got to keep it together right now. She's got to finish off the match, like it or not.
Yep.
Tough as this is.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. I like I said, it's a tough deal, and I can't say anymore. I mean, we've seen it all over the place.
Sure.
So it's not just her. I mean, we had Alejandra do it at the World Cup Finals in Luzon. You know, we've seen it. It's happened.
So Sarah Lopez, stage 1 in Shanghai last year.
Yeah.
First 3 shots, missed.
Yep. And so
had trouble with the peep side. It was raining. Missed those shots. Marcella Tonioli, 2012 in Tokyo at the World Cup Finals.
Yeah. And
devastating.
Oh, and you either learn from it or you don't. You know, and you hopefully
Martin
learn.
Dam's bow last summer.
Yeah.
In Wrocław.
Yeah.
10.
Happens to the best of them.
Well, and my 150 I shot in Shanghai, we had Dietmar shoot one off his rest that went in the scoreboard.
Yeah.
You know, it's a hard deal to do.
Didn't you have one getaway in Medellin the first year? Or was that
Oh,
just
yeah,
a wild
that was the
wind?
wind.
That was the wild wind tunnel.
Yes, I shot a 0, but it was, I was glad to keep it on the bell and not hit someone else.
Seguimos trabajando con los hombros.
You know it's
¿veis?
blowing when the big scoreboards slide across the concrete because it's blowing, but yeah.
Never forget that.
Yeah. And I always tell everybody, I'll be honest, if you do this sport long enough, you'll see it all.
Oh, yeah.
Everything will happen to you at least once.
We love Medellin. Love to
Yep.
go down there. But the venue now, I think, is a little bit more conducive to the sport of archery than perhaps the first year.
100%. And it's a beautiful venue.
Oh, beautiful.
Very, very beautiful.
In that beautiful park in Medellin.
Yeah.
Looking forward to going back down there.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting year because our World Cups are all so close this year.
Okay.
I mean, we're going to go to Shanghai. I mean, that time
Come back home for 2 weeks.
Yep, yep, 100%. It'll be busy, busy, busy. So,
Tranquila.
Cassie shot good after that. I mean, she's only, if she gets a 10 here, she's only 7 points down.
Seguimos
You
manteniendo
can
la
look
línea
at
de
it
la
maybe
rueda.
as a moral victory in a way, but who knows?
Well, it's a great indication of character and the way she's able to handle the adversity.
Eso es lo más importante.
You learn a lot from people by the way they handle the adversity. And there's going to be adversity in any sport,
Yeah.
really, throughout life, all aspects of life.
Oh, yeah.
How do you handle it? How do you bounce back from it? How do you pick yourself back up? And after that terrible moment on her 5th arrow,
She shot 1-9
Pretty strong right here, Cass.
from her 4th arrow other than that miss. So she shot really good. And she's kept it together. You know, I mean, that's
out of her last 7 shots, or
yeah.
6 have been in the 10 ring.
9 points.
We say that. And
Yeah, we jinxed her.
Jinxed her, yeah.
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 Sorry, Cassidy.
Yeah.
Chavarria of Mexico.
9 points.
Está bien,
And
tranquila.
Chavarria shot solid. I mean, she hasn't really had any long streaks of 9s or long streaks of 10. It's been really consistent, which,
Okay, I'm
you
gonna
know,
dial
that's
like
pretty much all you can ask for.
9.
Yeah, we did jinx her now, because now she's got
Yeah,
a
she's on the
string.
high side.
Yeah, she's had a little string of 9s now.
9.
Nice and easy.
Final arrows.
Strong
Take
shot.
Down to the last shot.
Yeah, and it probably is get a little more pressure. You know, you're getting down to the last, and I mean,
9 for at least the silver medal.
So a string of 3 straight 9s to finish it off for Cassidy Cox of the United States, whose day didn't go the way she was expecting it when she got out of bed this morning. But Chavarria, it is a great day. The Mexican archer.
and you're excited to win. I mean, there is nothing wrong with you are the world champion, and it's great. But the back
No
of your
question
mind, you
about it.
always sit there and say, you know, that's just not the way I wanted to win, and it's hard. That is one of the hardest things I think is to celebrate and to know. But you know, like I mean, just like she gave her a look just now, like, man, I feel bad. I want, you know, every
I
great.
know how you feel,
Yeah, every
but I
great.
had to do my job.
Yes, 100%. You know, and I have seen guys that where there's been 0 shot, they turn and shoot another 0, just to try and say let's do it even. And I don't believe in that. You know, they're just, it's a game. And
I'm looking for that guy in my life.
yeah, me too. Me too. I'm not that. When it comes to the sport of archery, the guys are shooting their best scores against me, and so I've yet to find that guy that's
Yeah.
gonna go, here you go,
Here
let
you
me hand
go."
it back to you.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
let me give you a mulligan.
Yep, for sure. So.
Not many mulligans. We don't have mulligans in archery.
Nope.
Nope.
We do. Well, I guess you do kind of in Vegas,
Yeah, that's true.
because we did have Sergio win that missed the point.